Good morning, everyone. This is Srikanth Rajan. Welcome to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com, the only platform where you learn to invest and trade in the stock market, plan your financial goals, invest in different financial assets, and grow with a community of knowledgeable investors. If you are not a part of the community yet, visit our website MPIinvest.com to join the community free of cost. Coming to stock market yesterday, the Nifty opened with a small gap down at 16,530 and immediately went on to go to a low of 16,444, and from there it was a continuous rise. I would say it was kind of rising till about 3 o'clock, but then again it actually closed flat. In fact, it was down slightly by 0.09%. So I would say it was not a trending day, but it was more of a consolidating day. And because we could see, in fact, the way Nifty was going up till 16,610, I thought it could be a trending day. But then the last hour selling actually brought Nifty back down and is kind of consolidating. So, however, we need to see, because the major news that we are waiting is, one, the RBI monetary policy, which is coming up on Thursday, and two, the inflation data in the US on Friday. So these are two major things, because of which we don't expect the market to move much higher nor lower. However, we might see some major movements on Thursday. So the FIAs continued to sell. They sold for 2,397 crores. DIIs continued to buy for 1,940 crores. Then apart from that, looking at the US market, the US market kind of was kind of very volatile yesterday and kind of consolidating again, and we could see, but still, that the US markets closed in green. So that's a great thing. In fact, if you look at the US market yesterday, Dow Jones was up by 0.05%, almost flat. S&P 500 was up by 0.31%, and Nasdaq was up 0.4%. But the good thing is they recovered after a fall. So that's something really good to see. So apart from that, if you look at the market right now, the steel stocks are kind of in focus, because we could see them falling majorly after the price reduction by most of the companies, especially after Indian government increased the excise duty on exports. So things are kind of not great for steel stock. That's exactly why we could see most of the steel stocks coming down. The only surprise was JSW Steel, which actually went up. Probably it was just recovering from the fall which it had happened. So apart from that, if you look at some news from India, EPF, which I have always been saying is one of the best way to invest with a fixed return, which gives you good returns, has actually reduced the rates. In fact, EPF rates have come down to 8.1%, which is lowest in last 43 years. Right? So that's exactly why I say now the only option that you can get where good returns is the equities. That is, we need to start investing at least with a mutual fund. Otherwise, how are we going to sit when 8.1% is the interest rate and the inflation is more than 6%? The only return you get, net return, is about 2%. That's really bad, isn't it? So that's exactly why, and especially members who have invested in FD, it is time you actually withdraw the fund from FD and start investing in the equities. Especially with the market kind of 15% down from its high, this is the time you should start investing. Right? So that's something very important. Now there is another news from which is important for the market, which is India is planning to buy 76,390 crores worth of military equipment from the domestic sector. So domestic sector, when you speak about, which are they? We have Bharat Electronics, right? So one of the major important companies is Bharat Electronics, and we have already invested in companies like Bharat Electronics. So which actually is a great company to invest in this kind of situation. And already we have seen Bharat Electronics kind of flying high, and we are already sitting with some good profits there. Not only that, I'll also give you a list of companies which comes in the same sector soon in the Discord community that we have. If you are not a part of the community, do join it soon. You're missing out on a lot of things. So apart from that, we could see Zomato in news again, as they are signing off the acquisition of Blinkit. So I'm sure you would have seen the ads around Blinkit, which is a instant delivery app. It delivers grocery and whatnot. So that's a great sign for Zomato, of course. So Zomato would be seen as a this can be seen as a positivity, and we could see Zomato still kind of taking off. Those are actually interested in taking some risk can actually go for investment into Zomato for a longer term, and there are chances this could actually come up well. So apart from that, as I look at the markets today, The US futures are kind of slightly lower after closing in green yesterday. So that's kind of slightly negative. But if you look at the Nifty futures, they are also kind of indicating a slight negative opening. In fact, right now Nifty future is at SGX Nifty is at 16,458, which is much lower than the close yesterday. But of course, this is as I'm recording this at 6:50 in the morning, so I am sure it kind of change by the time the market opens. Let us see, because markets have been kind of very volatile of late, so things can change slightly. However, we might see a flat to slightly gap down opening today also, so that's something that we can be watching out. But if that opens with a small gap down, in fact, gold members would be very happy, because we are sitting with some amazing cushions which will give us some great profits today. So if that happens, we will look forward to book some profits today if the market opens down and slightly go downwards, and then we will plan our next trade today post lunch. So because why post lunch? Because yes, today is Tuesday, and Tuesday is my day of another meeting, so that exactly doesn't help me to be in the market in the morning hours. So this is the important data. So if you look at the market today, I am expecting the market, if it falls, it's 16, the SGX Nifty is at 16,460. So even if it opens with a gap down from yesterday's close, we can expect the Nifty to take a good support at 16,400. And 16,400 if broken, 16,200 can be a minor support. It is not a great support, but then the major support would be expected at 16,000. On the higher side, if at all it moves, which I don't think so, 16,700 will continue to act as a great resistance, and next would be 16,800. But this is going to be a major resistance. I don't think it can be actually moving today on the higher side above this. So let us look forward to the market consolidating in the same range. Only thing that we need to expect is let the market not fall much, and let us see if it falls also. Of course, in the gold club we'll still make money, but then for other members it's important that we see that it doesn't fall much before the RBI monetary policy coming out. So with that, let me end the podcast for the day. But before we leave, do press the like button if you love the content that I share, and share this with your friends to help them learn and invest together with us. This is Srikanth Rajan signing off. Have a profitable day, and let us enjoy the day. Goodbye.